Hey, what's going on out there, everybody? Rooster here in Tennessee, doing another video here. And in this video, we're going to be looking at a ton of different stuff. I've got a lot of bargain radios that we're going to look at. A little amplifier, a couple bass radios, some watt meters, some microphones. Just this, that, and the other. Some stuff that's kind of stacked up here. And it'd be easier for me just to do one single video and let you guys kind of check out what I have here that I'm going to be making some deals on. And then to go through and do an individual video for a lot of this stuff. Anyway, I'll let you know as we go, stuff that's been tested, stuff that hasn't been tested, one way or another. We'll get into it there. And of course on this stuff is the type of stuff that the more you buy, the better deal I can make. And if somebody was to want to buy it local, of course I could make a lot better deal on it. So with that being said, we won't tie up a lot of time with the intro here. We'll just kind of explain it as we go, and we'll just jump into it here. So in front of us we've got a Cobra 29 LTD WX. Now this radio I have tested. It received, it transmitted, but it didn't have any sound, if that makes sense. So when I say it received, I mean we tested it with a dummy load and the meter would come up on it, but no sound coming out of it, even with a microphone plugged in. What have you. So it could be a busted speaker or something else going on with it. Anyway, this one's sold as is, and it's a pretty nice radio. Pretty clean, actually. That's why I'm looking at it first. It's probably the cleanest of all of them that we're going to look at. And as we go, we'll just plug these radios in and power them on. I'm not going to test every one of them fully. Excuse me. Made in China, 96. So good model, and I can't tell what that is on the bottom there. I can't tell if that's some rust or just some crud on it there, but anyway, this radio is in pretty good shape, and make somebody a good deal on it. Of course, I would like to sell all these mobiles together to someone. If someone could pick them up, that would be great, but I guess I would ship them if somebody was really wanting them. Next one is a Cobra Sound Tracker. This one's in rough shape, I do remember, and would probably be a parts-only radio. You can see it's had some rust on it. Pretty rough. I mean, the radio may work, but this is a pretty rough radio. And see, some of these I know that I've tested, and they probably work, but they're not nice enough to have done up and get Gump to go through them. I don't want to waste his time going through some of these radios, because some of them are just ragged. To be fair, you know, I may have bought 15 or 20 radios at a time to get 5 or 10 nice ones and end up getting some rags with them. That's probably what's happened along the way, because I couldn't tell you where all these radios came from. They've come from different people over time, over several years, and they've just been sitting here. I figured it was time to move on, and this one's really clean on the face. This is probably a Philippines radio if I had to guess. Taiwan. So I'm wrong. It's a Taiwan radio, and this one's got some rust on it too. Again, pretty rough, but it is a Taiwan radio. So, you know, if it's just the back plate that's rough like this, you could always salvage it, because the face is nice on this radio. Or if you got a radio that's got a terrible face, I was about to say something else, but a terrible face, you could always steal the face off of this one. It's got red channel lights in it too. So I don't know if I've ever had this one hooked up or not, but again, back of it looks terrible, rusty, crusty, but heck, you could rob the face out of it, channel lights, or if just the back is bad on it, be a good candidate to remove the back and put another back on it. See, trying to stable this camera up here. Let's see, 29 LTD Classic. It's got a sticker on it for $80 for whatever that counts. I'm not selling it for that much, and I know I didn't give that much for it. Made in China. December of '94. So it's old side mic China radio. Might make someone a good radio. Actually, this one's in pretty good shape. It's got some crap on the front here. Literally not crap, I don't think, but and it's got some letters smudged off over here. You can tell where it's been used a good bit, but I don't know what that stuff is. Just some crud on it. Needs to be cleaned off, but other than that, this radio's not bad shape. And you know, stuff like this, I see this crap on eBay and people are paying $25, $30, $40 each on radios in this condition. And obviously if I sell one of these radios by themselves, I mean, I can't sell it for $15 or $10 because shipping will kill me. But if you buy all these, I mean, heck, $10 a piece or something on average, if that. I mean, I'd probably do better than that if somebody picked them up. I'd probably go real cheap on them. Let's see, what is this? Now, this is a Philippines 29 for sure. Yep, definitely Philippines 29. It's got some, dang, feels like corrosion or something on the knobs. They all turn, but they've got some surface issues going on. Anyway, let's plug it up and see what it does. Let's take a look at the back of it. Philippines. Let's see. Wiring my old power cord out. Alright, lots up. See, this radio may work, but it's one that I chose not to. Might be a radio that works completely. Just looks like crap, you know. And one I chose not to use just because of the condition it's in. Don't remember. Dang. Pulling that power cord out was like pulling things sword out of the stone. Let's see. Next one here. This one also needs a good cleaning. A dirty, dusty thing. And it's a Chinese model, August of '92. Channel Light's been working on every one of these, for the most part, I believe. So, there you go. Another LTD classic. This one's a little dirty, but not in too bad shape, just kind of dirty. What's that say? Calhoun CB Shop, Calhoun, Louisiana. I don't know if anybody knows the Calhoun CB Shop in Louisiana, but that's where this one came from. September '95. The back of it looks pretty good. Heck, those seals are still intact on this thing. So I guess nobody's been in it since the Calhoun CB Shop, whoever that is. Let's plug it up and see if it works. I say this is a radio here. It's not bad. I mean, I've seen a lot worse than this on eBay, bring $30 or $40. I mean, not a bad looking radio at all. Just needs cleaned up. That'd probably make somebody a good one. But it's a little too dirty for me. I prefer one in a little bit better shape to have gump do up and go through. But that would make somebody an alright radio. Last one. 29 Classic. This one doesn't look too bad either. It's just dirty. China, July of '95. So lots of early Chinese models, side mics, good radios. Don't hate me because they're from China, but not bad radios for Chinese radios. Now what the heck? Well, this one's got some mods done to it. I don't know what the beep deal was when you turned it on. Probably a built-in Roger beep on it. Watch that. It sounds like it's got a relay in it. So here's another one. You know, who knows the potential of this radio? Could be a dandy. I may, you know, if somebody doesn't want them all, I may sort out. If somebody doesn't end up taking these, I mean, for the deal that I'm offering, I'll probably sort these out and put them on eBay, the nicer ones, because, you know, I know on there they'll bring at least 25 or 30 bucks a piece. Even if they've got small issues, the condition that they're in, they'll bring that much. All right, so that wraps us up on the 29s. So we'll move on to something else here. Let's see. This is a small amp. I've never had one of these before, but I remember I bought this thing and it came with some radios, and the issue is that power switch doesn't work. So if you turn it on, it's stuck on. Now that means, you know, if you ram this thing in a mobile, it's not going to drain your battery, because all it's running is the LEDs, or, you know, the lights here. It's not actually drawing a good bit of power. I mean, basically nothing is what it's drawing. But I believe I tested this thing and the output's good on it. If somebody wanted it, I would double check it and test it for you, make sure it works. But I mean, heck, I'd probably sell this thing. If it works and everything, I'd probably sell this thing for $25 ship just to get it out of my way. And you guys know I don't usually price stuff in videos. That's just not how I conduct business. But I mean, I'm trying to be fair on this stuff. So I mean, 25 bucks. I mean, I know this thing bring more than that on eBay, even with the bad on and off switch on it. So if you want this, I'll test it. If somebody's looking at this, I will test it for you before I ship it. And if it works, 25 bucks. And, you know, if it don't work, I'll probably just chunk it in the garbage. But I know it lights up. I've hooked it up and tested it to light up. I know that much for sure, that it lights up. Dynatron Blazer. Anyway, next item. Let's see here. These little things here, I don't have any use for them. Look, if somebody bought a radio off of me, I'd probably give you these things if you wanted them. They're just in my way, and I'm just going up and chunking them in the garbage. This one's even got Allen wrenches with it. Probably fits a Wilson antenna or something like that. I don't know. But they're little 10 watt meters, 100 watt reflect SWR meters. If you have a use for these, let me know. And if you buy anything, you know what? If you buy anything from me that is heavy enough to ship priority mail, I will give you these. So anybody has a use for these little things, I don't. I'll keep them a few days after the video. If nobody wants them or buys anything and wants them, these are going in the garbage. All right. Next item. Siltronics 301 watt meter. Now I know I've done a video on this thing in the past, and I'm pretty sure that it read extremely stingy and tight. This thing's for sale, okay? I don't need it. It's in pretty dang good shape for what it is. $20 plus shipping on it. So that meter's acting a little wonky there. And I'll double golly. I know the meter wasn't up that high when we started, but it sure has jumped up there. I'll double check this thing and test it before I ship it. If it works, $20 plus shipping. You know, if it doesn't work, whatever. I'll throw it in the trash and move on. Give it away to somebody or something there. But I've got a local that I told him a lot of stuff I had that didn't work. I would box up. If it wasn't worth shipping or selling, I'd box it up and give it to him. So if somebody wants this, if you're interested, just let me know. I'll test it again. I don't know why that meter is hanging up. It's got static in it. Look. Check that out. That's why that meter is jumping up like that. It's got some static electricity build up in it. I'll double check this thing again, make sure it's good to go. Anyway, 20 bucks plus shipping. Siltronics meter. Let's see. Another Siltronics meter. Again, I think this one reads average power only. I'll double check it before I ship it. But 25 bucks plus shipping on it. been sitting in the background for a long time, just sitting here. And it's got an adjustment there in the back, I guess you could adjust on it. Danger, high voltage. I don't know how a watt meter would have high voltage in it, but proceed with caution, I guess. But 25 plus shipping, Siltronics PM15. Next, got a Dosi 1000. I have tested this one. I know it works. Talking to a guy the other day, I priced it to him for 20 or 25 bucks plus shipping. And I don't know if we didn't get back in contact with each other or what. Date 9/90/99. 99/0/99. Well, whatever that means. I think this is a bit older. I think I told the gentleman 25 plus shipping. You know what? 20 bucks plus shipping on this thing, surely that's cheap enough for a working watt meter. It reads pretty tight for a Dosi, but 20 bucks plus shipping on the Dosi. And again, the more you buy this stuff, the better I can do. I mean, if you buy 2 watt meters, I'll knock off 5 bucks off of each of them, you know, something like that. I'm pretty reasonable. I'm really just trying to move some of this stuff to make room. A Static 600. Now, I know I have not tested this one. I don't know whether this one works or not. So, again, on it, if it works, it's a 5,000 watt meter, 20 bucks plus shipping. If it doesn't work, if nobody's got any interest in it or it doesn't work, I'll just chunk it in the parts tote and drop it off with this local fella over here. But anyway, 20 plus shipping on it if it works. Okay, moving on. These are my favorite type of external speakers within reason, as far as speakers designed specifically for CB radio. One on the left's a Texas Ranger, the one on the right is a Wilson. Look, they're the same thing, guys. Same bracket and everything. They're just a reskinned version of each other. On the inside, they're the same thing. Now, these things on eBay, they fetch about $35 a piece. 30 bucks plus shipping for the pair of them, on the Texas Ranger and the Wilson here. I just prefer to sell them together. You know, you're not going to get any better deal if you buy them separately. If I have to separate them, probably still $30 each. But together, what I say, $30 plus shipping, that's fine. 30 bucks plus shipping on these two. They're guaranteed to work. I've already tested both of them. All right, let's move those things down here out of the way. Oh, what we got here? A little Cobra speaker. If somebody wanted it, I'd pitch it in with the other speakers for another $5. Or if you buy a radio off of me, $5 for the Cobra speaker. And it's in good shape too. It could use a cleaning, but pretty good shape. Good little external speaker for somebody that doesn't want to spend a lot of money on one. So if you buy a radio off of me in the future, you know, and you want an external speaker, remind me when you get a hold of me, and $5 on the speaker. Okay, now what we got? Let's look. Let's see. This thing, I bought a bunch of part amps. For anybody that tinkers with amps, you got a board here. There's the face of it, and the heat sink. I mean, I don't even know how to price this. It's just junk to me. It's probably just gonna throw it away if nobody wants it. You pay shipping on this, and it's yours. I don't have any use for it. And to me, it's not even fair to put a price on something like this, because it's really just not of no use to me. So if someone can use this and wants this, you know, by all means, you pay shipping on it, it's yours. Otherwise, probably going to chunk it. Oh. All right, next. let's get into some microphones here. I've got a bunch of handheld stock mics. Now we'll just kind of go through them here. I mean, there's a Cobra coffin mic. Some weird Cobra stock mic. Looks like a Superstar 507. It's got the high quality 4-pin plug on it, but got some corrosion on it. All these mics that we're looking at, I'll test them. Some of these are nicer than others. Now some of these are just ragged. That might actually fit a radio that I have. I have to check. Looks like that's wired up for a Lafayette. So I'm gonna throw it off here to the side. Another Cobra mic. Man, this is something else. The more you buy, the better I'll do. Uniden mic, 4-pin. Another Cobra mic. Some weird little Cobra mics that I haven't seen in a long time. Cobra coffin mic. These are untested that I'm looking at now, but I would test them. Cobra 5-pin coffin mic. And another Cobra 5-pin mic. Look, I seen somebody post one of these coffin mics, and I thought they were crazy on Facebook the other day, and it was in nice shape. I mean, it was clean. It looked as good as a new one. They want $30 for it. Okay, there's not a mic that I just showed you guys that I would sell for more than $10. That's shipped, and that's if you buy one of them. You know, if you buy more than one of them, what, $7 or $8 a piece probably. But you know, all these mics, even if they work, I don't have a lot of value on these coffin mics or anything. I mean, they're okay, but not anything that I'd write home about or anything. I mean, they're good enough to talk on if that's all you've got, and they sound fair enough. But they don't sound as good as a Superstar. But even on the ones I test and they're in good shape, I've got some more that I'm about to throw up here on the table and let you guys see. $10 each shipped is all I'm asking for them. So let's get these down. Put them down here on the floor. And got some more that we're going to look at here. Now these, I'm pretty sure I've tested, or they're in a good bit better shape, the mics that we're about to look at. Let's see, there's a Radio Shack mic. Got the old weird 5-pin Radio Shack. Cherokee mic, looks to be in good shape, 4-pin. Uniden mic in the plastic, that's a 4-pin. Let's see here. Another Uniden mic, 4-pin. Superstar 507. This must be an old one. That cord's fat on this thing. They don't look like that anymore. But maybe that or it's just been stretched out over the years. But it's got some wires exposed on it. So not even $10 on that thing. Heck, I just throw it in with one just to get rid of it. Another Uniden mic, 4-pin. Galaxy stock mic, 4-pin. And I'm going to be throwing this stuff on eBay too, guys. If it doesn't sell on here, I'll throw it up on eBay and, you know, let it roll from there. I may sell half a dozen mics at a time in one listing just to get them out of the way. What in the heck is this thing? Turner M+3. And who even knows what that is that it's wired for? 4, 5, 6, some strange 6-pin. I'm sure somebody knows what it is, but that thing's like new old stock. I don't even know what that thing's worth, but you know, $10 I guess, because that's what I'm gonna sell it for. All right, let's get all those mics out of the way. What else have we got? Excuse me while I'm digging around here looking for what else I can put up here. Oh, here we go. Good Lord. This thing is heavy as a ton of bricks. All right, there's two of these Cobra 135s. One is an XLR over here to the right, and the one right in front of you is a regular 135, but it's the 40 channel 135. Now these things are heavy, and I don't want to ship them at all, because look, they don't have a power cord with them. I don't know if they work, you know, or to what degree they work. So this one's in better shape. It's a 40 channel, but it's analog. This one's in pretty good cosmetic shape. The other one, the paper's peeling up off the cabinet, and I'll show you that here in a second. But I'd like somebody to pick both of these up together. Some dang fuzz on the bottom of that one. Pick both these up together if you wanted them, and I mean, I don't even know what they'll, if tested and working, I know they'll fetch $100 a piece, no problem. So $50 for both of them. I mean, well, $40 for both of them. I'm not going to turn down $20 a piece. And my goodness, if you can't beat that for these radios. They're just so heavy. I don't want to ship them, and I need to get them out of my way. So if you see this video and you're interested in these, let me know. Otherwise, they're going to be finding their way out of here one way or another. Things are heavy. Let me pick this up here. That top one is digital. So anyway, let's scoot those out of the way and see what else I have. That may be it for now, guys. I think that's all for this one. So anyway, out of all that stuff I just showed you guys, if you're interested in it, let me know. There's these wonky backs to these 135s. Let me know, and be more glad to make somebody a deal on them. Or if you guys are in southeastern Tennessee traveling up and down I-75, I'll be glad to meet you somewhere and hook you up with some of this stuff. But anyway, again, just figured it'd be easier just to do excuse me, one big video on all this crap. And hats off to you if you survived the whole video. Probably the longest video I've posted on YouTube in a long time. So hats off to you for surviving. All right, you guys have a good one out there. Questions, comments, and as always, complaints, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. Catch you guys on the band. See you, bye.